Fellow landlords, although the eviction moratorium is over in the state of New York, we have learned that tenant advocacy groups have devised a method, a plan, a ploy to stop landlords from evicting their non-paying tenants for months. And it is not ERAP. And that ploy is this is the Landlord Advocates, where we help landlords become better landlords. I'm your host, Matthew Lyman. Welcome. That ploy is to have your tenants write in the memo section of the bank check, cashier's check, money order, personal check, I don't care what you call it, but to write in that memo section, February 2022 rent, March 2022 rent, and ongoing. If they do this, and you negotiate that instrument, that negotiable instrument, by depositing that check or cashing that check or money order, you will not be able to evict your tenant for months for non-payment of rent, even though they may owe many months prior. We have just produced a video a few days ago that will be seen at the end of this one that you can click on that explains how that process works. We're not going to explain that here. Watch the video and you'll see. So your tenant writes that in the memo section, February 2022 rent, and you cash it or deposit it, you will not be able to evict your tenant for non-payment of rent for months. We're sorry. We're sorry. But wait a minute. Our team and the Landlord Advocates, specifically team member Joseph J. Villano Esquire, have found a way to smash that ploy that tenant advocates are going to use against us landlords for you to be able to evict your tenant for non-payment of rent right away. And that method is known as generally accepted accounting practice. Generally accepted accounting practice, GAAP. What that means is that when your tenants owe you rent, January 2022 going back, 1 month, 5 months, 10 months, 25 months, what this means is that when your tenant pays you that rent, you apply it to the farthest amount due. But you say, well, and they run it in the memo section, what am I supposed to do? Well, here's what you are going to do. You are going to cross off whatever they put in that memo section. And you're going to write GAAP applied. GAAP applied. And whatever the farthest amount rent due that they owe you, let's just say June of 2021. You're going to write GAAP applied, June 2021 rent, and then you're going to initial it. Your first and last initial. You're going to put that on that negotiable instrument. You're going to make copies of that instrument before you cash it or deposit it. Then, when you have to take the tenant to court for non-payment of rent, you are going to get a copy of that from the institution by which you deposited or cashed it. You want to be able to show the court what was on the check when it was negotiated with the bank and what they did on the back. You know, when they run it through that machine and they digitize whatever they put on it, whatever, you know what I'm talking about. You want to be able to present that to the court to show that this was done. When you do this, make a copy of the negotiable instrument before you change it, after you change it, and after you cash it or deposit it. By doing that, you should be able to evict your tenant for non-payment of rent, no matter what they put in that memo section. Remember to change it to GAAP, Generally Accepted Accounting Practice. GAAP applied, And then whenever the finest amount of rent due that they owe for whatever month that may be, March 2020, for most of us, we know that when this pandemic happened, the tenants stopped paying rent because they just didn't have any money. We know a lot of us did. They just chose not to pay us. They just chose to buy cars and go on vacation and have a grand time and have a great Christmas 2020 and 2021 and not give us what we are due. So you're going to write that on there, March 2020, and initial it. Again, you do all of that, you should be okay, and you should be able to evict your tenant for non-payment of rent. Landlords, we hope that you subscribe to our channel, share this information with other landlords, hit the notification bell, hit the like button so that YouTube will push this video out to many more landlords who need to learn this information. Leave comments below because we do comment. And until then, take care.